Westworld Season 3 has lost its goddamn mind. Or more accurately, it found its mind. It's complicated. Massive spoiler alert for anyone who has not seen the 4th episode yet. You have been warned. Okay, are you gone? Just the people who saw the episode are still here, right? Holy shit, there are 4 Doloreses. Dolores is Dolores. Charlotte is Dolores. Chibs is Dolores. Musashi is... Wait, what are you doing here? Whatever. Musashi is Dolores. 4 Loreses. DeForest. My name is Danny Heifetz, and I'm Dolores? No, I'm Danny Heifetz, and this is What in the Westworld. This episode was broken up into 5 parts. We have William, Charlotte, and William's hallucinations of his dead daughter. We have Dolores and Caleb, who steal $100 billion by using blood to make a genius bar appointment at the Apple Store, or something. We have Liam and Martin Connells, and Liam is excited to see his gaggle of hookers. But it's better when Martin says it.
On a gaggle of hookers.
Sirach and Maeve hit the town in Singapore, and Maeve shoots a guy in the balls. Total dick move, Maeve. Bernard and Stubbs crush some brewskis. But all of these plot lines came together at the big reveal. Dolores took those brain balls, made 1 copy of Bernard, and then put herself in the rest of them. Charlotte is Charloris, Connells is Caloris, and Musashi is... Okay, you get it by now. As bonkers as this is, the show has been laying the groundwork for this reveal. Episode 3 begins with Dolores bringing Charlotte back online and ask her to remember who you are. And then she does. Why would Charlotte remember who she is just by looking at Dolores?
It's coming back now.
Because she was Dolores, and Dolores loves looking at Dolores. She does it all the time. And one of the times she was looking at Dolores, she was digging into her arm, just like she did in the hotel in episode 3. This is the real-life version of the conversations that Dolores has been having with herself in her head since season 1. Dolores gives Charloris the assignment of being Charlotte Hale. And Charlotte asks, why can't I be myself, like you? And then she asks, why must I be her? To which Dolores responds, because I trust you. Dolores tells Charlotte in that hotel that no one knows you like I do. No one knows me like you. And Charlotte says, if I ever lost you, I don't know what I'd do. At the end of episode 3, Sirach reveals to Charlotte that the key he's looking for is in Dolores Abernathy's head. Charlotte responds, sadly, you are better informed than I am. It's sad because she is Dolores. What do the Dolori do now? Dolores, as Musashi, kills Maeve to prevent her from helping Sirach stop their revolution. But Maeve has a problem with Dolores. She is building a world for herself, or herselves. This episode is titled Mother of Exiles, which is a nickname for the Statue of Liberty. Dolores has birthed these new personalities in a way, but she doesn't seem to have liberty on her mind. She tells Maeve everyone will have a place in the new world. But as Connells told Liam earlier in the episode, the key to a happy life is to accept your place in it. That doesn't sound like freedom or a fun new world to live in. We've been assuming that there's going to be a war between hosts and humans, mostly because Sirach said there would be, and Dolores said she wanted to take the human world, and, well, this is the robot versus human show. But what if it isn't that simple? Sirach tells Maeve at dinner that humanity, not the hosts, is the biggest threat to humans. But they can't share a world because, and I'm quoting here, this town ain't big enough for the 2 of us. This show isn't in the Old West anymore, but it's still a Western. Dolores tells William at the end of the episode that I promised I'd let you destroy yourself one day. Here we are at last. Perhaps Dolores isn't planning on hunting down and killing people, but rather letting humanity destroy itself so she can have the world to herself. So what is the deal with William? Is he a human? Is he a host? Is he Dolores? This episode opens with William not handling the social distancing thing well. Kind of like his father-in-law. William's daughter Emily is bugging him with questions like, why'd you murder me in cold blood, Dad? Like, let your dad shoot up the living room in peace. I'm not defending William, but he's not the only one who's getting real tired of his family right now. Anyway, William has more hallucinations, Charloris gets him committed to a private mental hospital, and then he has more visions in solitude. What the hell did all of this mean? We know that William's wife committed suicide in the bathtub in their house, but we have a lot of reason to doubt William's memory of this story. Sometimes the bathwater is bloody, and sometimes it's not. There is more and more evidence that there were 2 suicides in that bathtub. William's wife took pills, And then William, who blamed himself for his wife's suicide, later slit his wrists in the same tub. In this episode, we saw even more of these flashbacks, and it seems like they are not flashing back to his wife's suicide. They are flashing back to his own suicide. His consciousness may have been put into a host body, but he can't remember that this happened, so he's avoiding thinking about it. When Dolores sees him at the end of the episode, she says, "It's like seeing a ghost." And when Dolores sees him shaving in the living room, she says, "Something wrong with your bathroom?" And he responds, "I don't use that room." Why would host William work if host James Delos did not? Well, the most obvious answer is they kept telling James Delos he was a host, which shattered his mind. The key to the host-human transfer working might be the person has to figure it out for themselves. Like any good story. And that's what the final scene in this episode is about. Notice the scene takes place at the Inner Journeys Recovery Center. William hallucinates Dolores, who wants him to ask the question.
Me.
The center of the maze is about following your inner voice, and he's finally looking inward instead of outward. William begins the episode physically free, but mentally imprisoned. By the end, he's physically imprisoned, but he's mentally free. Welcome to the end of the game, William. Those are our thoughts on episode 4, Dolores. Check back here every week to figure out what in the Westworld is going on.